Hey guys, Rich here with Brotherhood Reviews, and we're back doing part 5 of Fire Punch, and this is going to be my little summary of my thoughts on the series as a whole. If you were following the journey, I read 2 volumes at a time, really enjoyed it. I actually prefer to read it that way. Like, it was very entertaining, but I'm just gonna give you my thoughts on the series, what I did like, what I didn't like, and probably do an overall rating on the series. Now I'm not gonna go over everything that I talked about, because I do have 4 other parts explaining my thoughts on it in depth, but just this series had me crying at the end. Just thinking about it, and just the world he built was just amazing. The characters, at least the characters that you needed to care about, you definitely did, and the journeys that they took were definitely worth it. Now there were certain parts that I didn't enjoy as well, but we'll get into that as in a moment. I want to talk about a few more things that I liked. The characters were amazing. I wish they went more in depth on the abilities of the blessings. We'll get into that another time, but the blessings were cool. The people that actually were able to use their blessings as an advantage, I like the way that they did use them. The double, I've said it a few times in my recordings, that the double page spreads were just, the artwork was just amazing. Like, the artwork was amazing throughout the whole series, but I feel like the story really takes away, because every time I heard anybody talk about Fire Punch, they would always talk about how the story is this, the story is that, but nobody ever really said like that the art in this really holds up. And I'm a really big art guy. I love seeing amazing artwork. One of the reasons why I like Junji Ito's work is because, not only because I like horror, but the detail and the art of his work is amazing. Now, Fire Punch, the story really got me. There was a point in the story where I was like, where is this going? Because it confused me when Togata was introduced, because she started spitting out all this, movie this, movie that, main character this, antagonist that. So I was confused, and then I understood her until I understood her role and everything, and then it made everything more clear. And I was just, I enjoyed that moment of like, wait, where is this going? It wasn't a bad thing for me. It was like, where is this going? And then it actually paid off in the end on how Togata wanted to, Togata's character developed. So I really enjoyed that as well. That just goes along with character development. Togata was probably one of the best side characters in the book, in my opinion. Now, the things I did not like, the lack of I guess I would say the lack of blessings that were shown. We were explained what blessings were. We saw the basic like 4 or 5. It was like people can make like metal like materials, people can do wind, regen, which seemed like the most common one. People can do fire, electricity, but we only saw 2 people able to use that. A lot of people were able to use fire, but things of that nature. And but they didn't really, because of the way the world was structured, you didn't really see a lot of people use that to their advantage. And so I kind of wish that we could have saw more rebellious people, or at least a rebellion, the people that were rebelling and stuff. I wish we could have saw more of them. And there was also a blessed that can see into somebody's soul. His name was Batman, also known as Boss, but Batman. It's hilarious. He carried around a bat, but it's hilarious. He was a good introduction to like a little side character that, you know, you see. For when he showed up, it made sense. But there was a lack, I would say, of not world development, because the world was developed fine, but I would say a lack of world exploration. There was a lot of lack of world exploration. He made this big, beautiful, forsaken world, and we didn't even really scratch the surface of what could have been, what it was, what could have happened. You know, we get hints of after everything, when the world warmed up, and you know, there was like a nuclear war or whatever that was alluded to, and then, you know, the world exploded after so long, but that was after trillions and trillions of years. So it was very interesting to see, like, you know, the development over the eons. But it would have still been cool to see like for it to be like expanded on probably another 5-10 volumes. But like, I feel like the story it was trying to tell, it told it, and it was perfect for what it was trying, the message it was trying to get across. I feel like the message was perfect, but there are always rooms for improvement. So that's pretty much my thoughts on Fire Punch 1 through 8. It is a short series. It is not wordy at all. Honestly, there's like 10 to 11 chapters in each book, and just see how thin these books are, like, and all of them are around the same size. I think volume 1 is the only one that has like 9 or 10 chapters in it, but the rest of them have like 11. But I definitely this is a manga that does have sensitive subjects. It is very trigger happy if you are not prepared for it, but it is a good story. It has a good message to, like, in general, and I definitely recommend it to people who aren't triggered by sensitive subjects. But for what I would say, I would probably rate this manga. It's tough. Story, definitely a 9 out of 10. Artwork is definitely a 9 out of 10. And character develop, I would have to put character development and world development in the same category, and I would give that probably a 8. So I would probably give everything an 8.9. So Fire Punch, I would say, is an 8.9 out of 10, and I would highly recommend it. It's great. I would say find a way to read the first couple chapters and then decide to invest your money into it. I wouldn't really suggest you to invest your money into something as sensitive as this if you're not already into it. Now, I want to thank you guys for following me on this journey, and I want to show you guys the next 5-part series, because there's only 4, like, because of the edition I have, but it's right here. Seiyuki. It's another Viz. It's from the Kodansha. Well, it's from Kodansha. I don't know why I thought it was a bit sick. But Suyuki, Journey to the West, I already, as you can see, I already started it. About a quarter of the way through. These are the Resurrection editions, so I believe this is like a 3-in-1 or a 2-in-1. But there are only 4 of them, so I'm doing a 5-part series just like this. So this is the next series I will be doing for the channel, and obviously the certain volumes that I read as I buy them will be coming out regularly as I finish those, so I should be having a couple more coming out as well. And don't forget, I am going to be reading a lot of my horror manga. I'm going to try and finish Sayuki as fast as I can so I can start Happiness, and then during Happiness, because a lot of Junji Ito stuff is one-shots, I'm going to be periodically doing Junji Ito work, mixing it in there as well for next month. So yeah, which is in a couple days from when I'm shooting this, but you know, we'll figure it out, guys. But that's all I have for Fire Punch. I hope you stay tuned. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys like the content I'm bringing you guys. And I hope you guys have a good day, time, night, whenever you guys are listening to this. Thank you.